for basic education, we are saying that maybe we can allow limited face-to-face learning, but to be strictly regulated in the light of present conditions. One, the location of these schools have to be assessed as low risk, but that is only the first step, Mr. President. Secondly, our schools have to be friendly to the idea of face-to-face during the time of COVID. And then, importante is that the schools should also meet the minimum health standards, and this is in consultation with DOH. And then fourth, the host local government, because they are largely the ones who are asking for this, aside from the international schools, they have to be ready to support financially. We're very pleased and happy to report that in terms of the public and private school enrollment total, in spite of the combined impact of COVID as well as the destruction on the economy, the downturn of the economy, we were able to achieve 77% of the total enrollment compared to last year. Sa public, 90% of our students last year ang naabot natin. So, in spite of these two very difficult situations na kaya natin, ang ating problem is with the private school enrollees kasi only 27% have returned. And we now have this, what I describe as the phenomenon of private school students migrating to the public school. Ang latest number is 347,860. And this is because, Mr. President, the private schools have been affected by the downturn in the economy. Dahil parents who lose their jobs cannot already fund the studies of their students. Wherein we showed that children are not as badly affected by the COVID phenomenon as the adults, especially the elderly. We are saying that of the total confirmed cases, for example, out of our 67,456 confirmed cases, only 2,832, most of them also mild, or 4%, 4.20% are children. And in terms of our records, Mr. President, we only have 16 recorded deaths of children, which is 0.87% of the total deaths as of July 19, Mr. President. What would be the advantage of limited face-to-face? Well, both the learners, our students, and our teachers are familiar with face-to-face learning, so they will not have difficulty adjusting. Administrative costs will also be lower, and also the limited face-to-face classes closes inequality gaps. Kasi kung we rely, for example, heavily on online learning, then you will have equity problems for those who may not have access to digital equipment. And also, this is the most important, when we teach our children, we teach them not only about facts, about knowledge, about philosophies, about history, but we teach them how to deal with their fellow human beings. And that can only be attained to a great degree by face-to-face interaction among children, especially as they are young. Now, some of the disadvantages are, of course, the health risks. That's why we want to limit very strictly the implementation of face-to-face, and also the administrative costs, because maintaining the health standards and so on, and also of our own buildings will also be costly for us.